From ravaged and distant war-torn countries to our very own streets and towns, heroes surround us. These courageous and brave individuals all share a similar trait. They're prepared to follow their hearts and give the ultimate sacrifice, yet expect nothing in return. Well, that's going to change. We're going to make sure of that.
The last thing in the world, Jack, that I want to do is disappoint you, so I'm going to give it my best shot.
My name's Mikey Kane. For 20 years, I flew casualty evacuation helicopters in the military. Serving as the host of Saving Heroes, I'll be charged with the responsibility of highlighting these inspirational individuals and giving them the acknowledgement that they truly and deeply deserve. The fight is simple. The mission? Saving Heroes. We'll follow them on their journeys and new adventures, designed to give them that respect, and maybe even help them grow. Throughout these episodes, you'll get to know the families of our heroes, the loved ones, and even the hometowns that consider them sons and daughters. You will embark on a journey alongside our heroes, and with luck, stir the hero as all. We will help fulfill their dreams and goals.
Let's go for a dirt ride.
We will mend broken bodies and spirits.
I don't know if you've ever met this guy, but apparently he's a bit of a legend.
And we'll see to the promise that no longer will our heroes be ignored or neglected. It's not political, it's personal, and it's the right thing to do. Saving Heroes. On this episode of Saving Heroes, I can't wait for you to meet two inspirational heroes, Gunnery Sergeant Thomas McRea and firefighter Robbie Boyd. We have a fast-paced, heartfelt adventure planned for each of them. For Tom, it's all about NASCAR, from learning how things work in the pit, to the high thrills of the racetrack, to an auction that's helping him fund the building of his smart home.
$1,000.
Robbie's thrill ride will take place with the famous NASCAR racer Mike Wallace.
Let's go for a dirt ride.
Robbie will take a spin in a high-octane machine on the Charlotte Speedway dirt track.
Now I'm right.
Not only with Wallace driving, he also gets a shot at the wheel himself.
Seems to be doing pretty well.
I have a very personal connection with our first hero, Gunnery Sergeant Thomas McRea. For 20 years, I served as a casualty evacuation helicopter pilot, pulling wounded servicemen and women off battlefields from Iraq to Bosnia. In my opinion, there is no position more dangerous or more courageous than an explosive ordnance disposal specialist, or EOD. These warriors are trained to detect and defeat improvised explosive devices, or IEDs, the biggest threat to US forces operating in Afghanistan and Iraq. And we're about to meet the real deal, Marine Gunnery Sergeant Thomas McRea. When I came to North Carolina to meet our heroes, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. With traumatic injuries like Gunnery Sergeant Tom McRea's, it wouldn't be unusual to find someone with a defeatist perspective. But with Tom, it was anything but. With Tom, I actually found a father that was looking forward to a bright and wonderful future with his beautiful daughter Aidan and his very devoted mum, Cara Lee. So Tom, you were deploying for your 6th time on operations.
Yes.
With the United States Marine Corps in September 2011.
Yes.
Now I know that your incident happened in January 2012.
Yeah.
But I want you to tell me the story about your good friend Dustin, because you were up to some heroic acts.
I wouldn't call him that.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't. The rest of the world would. Trust me. Just tell me about the events that led up to that moment.
Me and him were working on IEDs in the morning, and one of the infantry guys stepped on an IED in our AO. We moved over to do what's called a post-blast investigation, where we go down there, clear the entire area out, and do an investigation of what happened, why it happened, stuff like that. We had to go up an alleyway basically on foot
And this was where?
in Sangin, Afghanistan. But nobody's been there for 7 months at one whack without being wounded.
So Sangin basically is
It's one big minefield.
one of the most dangerous places you can be deployed.
Yes, at the time, yeah. It was a compound on 3 sides of this whole thing. Me and Dustin went down it, and it took us about 2 hours, down hands and knees with a metal detector and a mine probe to go 70 yards down an alleyway that wasn't even 8 feet wide. I'm clearing the kind of the left half of it, and he's clearing the right half. And I went down about 10 yards down the other alleyway, checking for IEDs or wires coming from that direction. And then I come back out, hear an explosion behind me. And I had to check and make sure it wasn't me, because I literally, we must have been about 30 feet apart, and I felt like it was me. And so I got accountability of all my body parts, and then I started, the next thing kicks in, and I'm just immediately worried that he's actually dead. And so I'm yelling and yelling at Dustin, and he finally yells back, "Yeah, hey Tom, I'm good." I just stepped on an IED, and I said, "Okay, I'll be there in a second." And I sent the security guy, the infantryman that we had brought with us, sent him back to his squad so he could get a corpsman and a stretcher. And then I made my way back to Dustin, and he's all missing both of his legs, and got his tourniquets on and yanked him off where he was, so the corpsman could get him onto a stretcher and get him out.
So even before this happened, you effectively saved Dustin's life.
Maybe.
You had a big part to play in the first response to it.
Yeah.
If your initial response isn't quick, accurate, and on the mark, that person's going to die. And you effectively went in and stabilized Dustin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For that. And Dustin is alive and well today.
Yeah, I smoked a cigar with him this morning.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Whenever I come down to the area, I always go out of my way to go visit Dustin.
Okay, look, let's fast forward a little bit to January 2012.
Okay.
And start from the morning.
Apparently I went out to work on a cache of explosives, and me and my team member were sweeping around the area. Apparently my team member had gone one way, I'd gone the other. I just literally walked up on the wrong side of an IED.
Now, I know that your incident happened in January 2012.
Yeah.
Start from the morning.
Apparently I went out to work on a cache of explosives, and I just literally walked up on the wrong side of an IED, stepped on it, and it detonated. It was 15 to 20 pounds. Apparently I wasn't unconscious when it happened. My team member came around to me, and I spit my tobacco at him, and which I don't remember doing, but they didn't know that I had had such a bad head injury either, and so I literally don't remember it at all.
I close my eyes and I listen to you talk, and you're it's a sharp, intelligent, very astute man that I'm talking to, and that's wonderful, because as you rightly point out, when something so significant, when you go through such trauma, and that trauma is so close to the powerhouse of your body,
You lose a lot of function normally.
Adjusting to life after this type of trauma can be difficult, if not impossible. But Tom is very devoted to his family and daughter, Aidan. He's had his hardships, sure, but it's thanks to the love he has for his daughter that truly shows how big his heart and spirit are.
Are you going to make that into a lawn?
When you woke up after the accident in April 2012, just sort of talk to me a little bit about the first things that went through your mind?
First started coming to and really started being able to remember is when I wanted my daughter back up with me. And she's basically been with me ever since up at the hospital through my rehabilitation.
As a dad, what is the most I don't want to be interrupting it. This is a very special moment. I don't want to be interrupting this.
I was fascinated after talking with Tom. He's not content with just your basic wheelchair because there are other places he wants to go. He won't let himself be held back, and he even went out to find his own form of transportation that gave him significantly improved mobility and independence.
So Tom, the last time I saw something with tracks on it was in Helmand Province. When I was coming to see you today, I wasn't expecting the thing that you get around on to have tracks on it. This looks a phenomenal piece of kit. Tell me about it.
As you can see, I'm on grass. It bridges the gap between where a normal chair stops and I want to go.
Now you've got over 10 acres, and before you had this chair, you were pretty much confined to what effectively was a shell.
Yeah, I pretty much didn't leave the pavement for 2 years, really. She gave up everything to be down with me at the hospital.
It's become pretty self-evident to me the critical part that you've had in Tom's journey since you came back from Afghanistan.
We have to stay together, Aiden, with Dad.
And the first time you saw Tom, what kind of went through your mind?
I looked at him and I could not imagine anybody laying in that bed the way that he was laying in that bed.
When he explains his journey, it's almost like Tom's reading from a book.
Yes.
He is so sharp, and I think moving forward into the future, that must be hugely reassuring.
I know that he's going to become an independent dad. They will go forward together with a little guidance from Grandma.
A lot of guys from Grandma from what I've been seeing.
Tom's next goal is to build a high-tech smart home for him and his daughter. A smart home to address his physical needs and allow him to be completely independent. To finance the house, Tunnel to Towers and Building for America's Bravest have teamed up with the Roush Fenway Racing Team. What Tom doesn't know is that we're actually taking him to meet all of these people that are rallying together to help him build the home of his dreams.
Kyle Power.
Tom McRea.
Nice to meet you, Tom. It's nice to meet you, man. I'm Aaron.
Yeah, you too.
It's great to meet you.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr., great to see you. Clearly, you're an amazing NASCAR driver. You're absolutely brilliant.
That's right.
But it's more, isn't it, nowadays? It's not just about being a NASCAR driver.
It's huge. Having Tom, who we're trying to raise money for to build one of those smart homes, you know, the NASCAR fans are all about this. It's really neat to be a part of.
My definition of a hero is somebody that puts his personal well-being at risk for either for the benefit of others or for a worthwhile cause. My personal hero would have to be somebody like Tom McRea.
Together, they have partnered with Lionel Collectibles, who have created a scaled-down version of Ricky's car, and portions of the proceeds will be donated to Building for America's Bravest and Tom's Smart Home.
You really don't often think of, you know, the value of giving back. It's so wonderful to be able to lead a team that was able to do such an important thing, because those opportunities don't happen all the time. So it was great. It still gets me a little choked up, actually. It's
$3,000, ladies and gentlemen. It makes you feel good at night when you go home and you're able to help and make a difference.
I feel really good that we're going to be able to put a nice check in the hands of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation and know that we had a significant impact in the building of Tom's home.
things were going on at the track for race day, and Tom was an inspiration to everyone he met, including a surprise concert by country music star Chelsea Bain, who had a special shout out for him.
There's a gentleman over there, his name's Tom McRea, and these wonderful people over here are actually building a house for him so he can, have an easier life at home and take care of his little girl there. So he's a true American hero, guys. So be sure if you guys see him, shake his hand, tell him thank you. You're amazing. We all salute you, sir. You're awesome.
After the concert, there were only a few hours until race time.
Show me a pirouette. Pleasure to introduce you to Gunnery Sergeant Tom McRea. How you doing, sir? Good. You're doing a really good job of being a chimpanzee. Should we go over and see the car? Do you recognise that? I particularly like the bit on the back here, Tom. I don't know if you've ever met this guy, but apparently he's a bit of a legend.
That's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Not even the more important people are the one below that. Seriously.
Well, you would say that, and I would disagree.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Tom, I want to introduce you to the
Hey, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah.
Wait, we have...
We're checking out your ride before you get banged up.
Don't forget. Did Thomas's name make you go faster today during training? Did you feel?
But I needed to help me go just a little bit faster in this race. So. You want me to win? We do too. All right. We'll go out and win for you.
Coming up on Saving Heroes.
I think it's about time we went for a cigar and a beer. What do you reckon? Stop. There's your 17. But are they like two jet engines they put on the back? Think of everything. You can't hear me, can you? Right, so not quite the result that Ricky wanted.
No.
However, he lives to fight another day. So there we go, the pre and the post.
Well, sorry we didn't make it.
Did you win?
No, we didn't. Maybe next week. Well, Jack and I really appreciate all the work you've done for us, and if you can get your home up and running, that'd be awesome.
Can't thank you enough for having us along today, and
no, thank you all. I hope you enjoy it tomorrow.
Yeah, we will.
You're gonna be here tomorrow too?
With all the NASCAR excitement behind him, it is now time for Tom and family to attend the auction, with proceeds benefiting the building of his smart home.
Hey, do we have any politicians in the house tonight? I decided that I'm going to run for president of the United States during the next election. Will y'all vote for me? I promise you a free beer in every kitchen. Well, live or die, we're gonna get by. Yeah, but something ain't right to me. No, 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 no. Hey, thank you.
I am extremely honored and privileged to introduce to you USMC Gunnery Sergeant and American hero, Tom McRea.
Stage right now. Driver for Roush Fenway Racing in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Driver to number 13, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. You ready to raise some money here today for a great cause? And we're going to auction off this car right here, signed by both Jack and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And we're going to start out the bidding at $250. $250 right there. Do we see another one? $300. $300 for the gentleman in line. $350 for the man in black right there. $500 to this gentleman right down here. Come on, Stenhouse. Let's get these people bidding. $500. Do we hear $600 out there in the audience right now? $600 right over there to that gentleman. Do we hear $1,000? They must like you. Just a little bit, or maybe it's Jack. That is, absolutely. This is for Tom to build some safe homes around this great charity. All right, $1,000. Do we hear $1,100 out there? $1,500 right here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is Aiden. This is Tom McRae's daughter. $1,600, $62,000 right now. $2,100, $3,100 right there. $3,200, $3,500, $3,500 going to a great cause today. $3,600, $3,700, $37, $38, $38, $39, $4,000. $4,000 right here, sold to the gentleman right here in front. $4,000.
If the $3,700 offer still holds, we'll do a second car for $3,700.
Yeah! Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is going to match the top bid here today. Nearly $12,000 in this auction here for a great cause here today. Building for America's bravest.
Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate that. It's moving. I'm glad we've raised so much money. But we know that Aiden wanted to have a car of her own. So we took the design, we altered it a little bit, so she's got some pink on there. And her name's on the windshield. So this is her special car that we're making today.
Gunnery Sergeant Tom McRea.
Mike.
It's been amazing. Thank you so much for letting us into your very special life, and thank you for letting us meet Aiden and your mom. So we've been very lucky today. We've managed through Aiden McRae's PR. She's got a huge PR team, but we've managed to get a couple of moments with this adorable young lady. Can you tell me what your favorite part of the week was?
Everything that we did.
Yeah, oh, everything. But we covered a lot, right? So do you remember meeting the NASCAR racing car driver, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.? Because you were giving him a lot of hugs, all right? And I noticed that you were giving him even more hugs than you give me. So how was that? What was it like meeting Ricky Stenhouse Jr.?
Good.
Would you like to meet him again?
Mm-hmm.
What was it about Ricky? What was it about Ricky that you really liked?
That he gave me that car.
That he gave you the car? He did give you a car. What was special about the car?
That it had pink.
That it had pink. Your daughter, the beautiful little Aiden, and what I've witnessed is a real testament to what a wonderful father you are. And I think not just you as an individual and what you've overcome, but also your quite wonderful fatherly instinct is blossoming in Aiden. And I've only met her for a little time, but you can just see how beautiful and gregarious and outward-going a little girl she is. And I think she's very lucky to have you as a dad.
I'm just hoping I don't screw it up too much.
You're doing a pretty good job so far.
At some point, I'm sure I'll do something that I'll go, that wasn't the right decision. But I'm really hoping that those moments are few and far between.
Hopefully, Aiden won't notice. Is there anything moving forward? So from where you are now, and looking out to the rest of your life, and Aiden's life, and your mum's life, is there anything that you fear looking out into the big wide world now?
Not a whole lot, no. I fear my daughter being a teenager. That scares me. That's
a valid fear.
When it comes to firefighters, the department isn't short of men and women who are happy to place themselves in harm's way in the workplace. But not all acts of valor happen at work. Sometimes they happen when you're least expecting it. But some heroes are actually never really off duty. I want you guys to meet Robbie Boyd.
Right.
We normally vacation at the Outer Banks, and we'd been down there. We normally stay for a little over a week, and we had been on the beach for several days. The vacation had been going. We're probably halfway through our vacation, and there was a family that usually set up close to us. So I didn't know them, but I had seen them because where we set up our tent and everything, they were close by, and they had a rather big family, and their kids were kind of doing a lot of the same things that my kids were doing, skimboards and boogie boards and all that summertime stuff at the beach. And my son Bryce was just starting to learn how to skimboard. And we had been telling them, well, watch these kids, because I mean, they were pretty good.
Kristen Kern, and I'm Riley's mom. Our family was down there for the vacation, my husband and my younger son Jake and Riley, and then my sister and her 3 girls were also down there at the same time.
I'm Scott Kern, I'm Riley's dad. That morning, we went on an 18-mile run, and it was extremely humid, and we were beat. So when we got to the beach, we were done, and the kids were kind of on their own, playing in the water and doing their skimboarding.
My son Bryce and Riley and his brother, they were skimboarding and kind of taking turns, going back and forth.
Oh. And I saw him dive in and didn't realize until it all happened so fast.
I think it was deceiving that he thought the water was deeper than what it was. And when he dove, he just kind of, you saw almost, he just jarred.
So that day I was actually sitting in my chair reading, and my husband noticed Riley had flipped up and he was kind of floating face down in the water.
Riley was down, face down in the water. He was not moving. I just darted down there.
And the water was probably 2 foot, knee deep at max.
And before I could even put my book down, he was in a full sprint down to the water's edge.
I saw his dad get up, and Robbie jumped up and started running, and he wasn't getting out of the water, and they would need help.
Immediately, I hear Robbie in the background yelling, "That boy needs help, he's in trouble."
And Riley was floating face down, swallowing water.
In reality, he was drowning.
When we got down to the water, my husband's knee kind of buckled because we had done that awful run that morning, and that was somewhat of a miracle because he wasn't able to get under Riley to lift him up.
When they had lifted his face out of the water, I remember him, you know, crying out in pain, saying, "Ow, I can't feel my legs, so we got to protect his spine."
And he immediately yelled, "Don't move his head or neck. I think it's a head injury. I think it's a neck injury."
I held his neck. His parents, we got him rolled over on his back, and myself and Beth and his parents, we were able to lift him up out of the water and get him to the beach.
He had somebody holding the head, and we were maneuvering him the right way to get him safely to the beach without causing any more damage.
I felt glad and proud of him. It was just really cool to see like him take charge and save Riley's life. So
He became one of our dear friends. So yeah, it would have been a completely different story if Robbie had not been there.
His whole outcome would have been completely different. The training that he's had has changed Riley's life, changed our life.
That's where you go back on your training. You train so you don't have to think. Where training becomes your instinct, and that's what I did. A friend of mine said after the incident and word got out about what had happened, she said that that God puts firefighters and doctors and nurses and police and things, puts them in positions where they need to be when they need to be it. I think Riley definitely saved me, and I think that's one reason why I wrote the letter that I did. The one thing in the letter that I wanted you to get was things I had planned, and I had a vision of how it was going to work out, and it didn't. But then when at 42, I'm able to sit back and say, you know what, I am doing everything I wanted to do.
All right. Drive your feet. Oh. Good.
I just wanted to say, like you were saying earlier, how you were talking about how when you broke your neck when you were in high school, how that really, like, reached out to me. That was my favorite part about the letter, because I could really relate to something that actually happened to you, and you were explaining something that really, like, I could connect and actually feel.
In life, you're going to be faced with adversity, and you're going to go through difficult times, and whenever you go through difficult times, you pull from things in your past to help you get through those times. You've seen the worst. You know, you were drowning in the ocean and you walked out. There's going to be nothing that you're not going to be able to accomplish. I truly believe that.
You think you're cool?
I'm going to wind out this foul. That wasn't out. Old man rules, that wasn't out.
That letter really meant a lot to me, and you're someone that I can always look up to, and someone who will always be a part of my family, and you really mean a lot to me.
Well, thank you, Riley. I appreciate it. And we'll always be friends, and we'll always have a relationship and a bond that will last forever. Ready? Yeah. All right, I'll make this shot.
Man, make that shot.
Oh.
Riley.
Oh, you got it. Hope you got that air.
Coming up, the They don't come much more experienced than the talented and very charming, I might add, Mike Wallace.
You want to try it?
Oh, yeah.
You know, we got a couple different helmets here, but this is Grandma's helmet. Robbie told me I get to drive the fire truck, so I'm going to get in there. Watch this.
Gentlemen, two generators of firefighters, Pete Boyd.
Yes, sir.
And Matt Boyd.
Nice to meet you.
AKA Robbie's father and Robbie's brother. Medals of Valor aren't handed out very often. When you found out that your brother Robbie was receiving this award, what does that mean to you?
Wasn't expecting it, I guess. I mean, I don't know if he was either. I thought it was pretty awesome, really.
I mean, you firefighters, you're never really off duty. And I just thought the wonderful aspect of Robbie's view of all this is that even though you hang up your fire suits at the end of the day, you're never really sort of off duty, and Robbie's always got his eyes on the situation that's going on. From his father's perspective, what was it like when you found that out?
I was very proud of him, you know, just glad he was there and was able to give him a chance at life.
So tell me what first went through your mind when you learned of what Robbie had actually done in terms of saving the little chap.
When I first learned that Robbie had been involved in this aiding a person in Virginia, I can't say as I was surprised because I know the type of person Robbie is. Robbie jumped right in, stabilized the situation. In his training, he knew exactly what to do.
We know that Robbie received a very prestigious award, the Medal of Valor. Just tell us a little bit about the Medal of Valor and the type of recipients that receive it and why Robbie was chosen.
The Medal of Valor is one of the two most prestigious awards we have, the other one being the Medal of Honor. And basically those two medals are very similar in nature in that you go above and beyond in performing some heroic deed. And we have given the Medal of Valor very few times. I believe that there is 6 recipients of that, and that goes back some 20 years.
So only 6 people in Concord Fire Department have received the Medal of Valor in the last 20 years.
That's correct. That's correct.
He did not know that he was getting this award, and the year that he was getting the award, they had combined the Christmas party for all of the fire department with the award ceremony. And he wasn't on shift, and he was saying, I don't think we're going to go this year. We don't need to go. The kids are older, you know, we just don't need to go. And I started having people call me, you need to get Robbie there. I was able to play the guilt trip. Your dad's going to be there. Matt and Jody, his brother, who's also a firefighter, and his wife and kids were going to be there. So everyone else is going to be there. We just needed to go.
But I didn't know what had been planned. And so when I got the award, it was a surprise and a huge honor.
And Robbie, at this point, did you even think there was anything sort of fishy going on?
No, I didn't. I mean, I thought she just wanted to go to the Christmas party real bad.
What was your memory of what Robbie's reaction was when he knew he'd found out that he was going to be a recipient of this award?
Robbie was very humbled by the experience. I think it's fair to say, and I think he would probably agree with me right now, that if you asked him about it, he would probably say, well, I didn't do anything special. I don't know that I deserve that. I just did what I could. You know, that's what I'm expected to do for my fellow man. That was kind of his reaction. Honestly, I would say he was just very humbled by it.
We wanted to recognise Robbie for the hero that he is. To reward him for his devotion as a dedicated firefighter and caring father, we decided to surprise him with a chance to ride with the famous NASCAR driver, Mike Wallace. The man you're about to meet has stock car racing running through his veins, with over 600 NASCAR starts, spanning a career of nearly 25 years, and having raced every conceivable vehicle that NASCAR has to offer. They don't come much more experienced than the talented and very charming, I might add, Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? Nice to see you.
What an entrance.
Didn't mean to come slide in on you like that.
Now, you know why you're here. There's a very, very big fan of yours. He was one of our heroes, and we've got him coming down the track today, but he doesn't know you're going to be here.
We're going to have fun with him today. We'll treat him to a good time.
He doesn't know why he's here. We've told him there's a fire going on. He thinks that he's going to be rocking up to a fire. You're going to be here, and then, if it's all right with you, I'm going to take him for a bit of a burn around the track.
I'm going to take him for a ride. We'll get it going. It'll be a great time,
Brilliant.
man.
In fact, I think I can hear the sirens coming now, so...
I think you do. I hear them now.
You go and make yourself scarce.
I'm going to hide.
We'll go and get Robbie.
Robbie's chief helped us set up his surprise by calling in a fake emergency at the track.
Where's Mike? Come on, Mike. Mike Wallace needs to come. Cue Mike.
Robbie thinking he's been dispatched on a call when really he's getting a reward for his services in a way that he would have never imagined.
The fire had put itself out.
I know.
It put itself out about 5 minutes ago. This gentleman you may recognise.
Hey!
Robbie Boyd, please meet Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace, yes sir. How you doing?
buddy?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing great.
Was that you out there cutting donuts?
That was me. You want to drive?
Oh, yeah.
You know, we got a couple different helmets here. You can use this one if you want, but this is Grandma's helmet. The kids give this to Grandma to ride her four-wheeler with.
All right, I don't know if I want that one.
Or we can get your motor running with a little gear work going on.
Yeah,
This look like you?
That looks like me. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Strap that baby on. Let's go for a dirt ride.
All right.
Be gentle with him, Mike. And you know that means don't actually be gentle with him, do you? Enjoy. Did Robbie have any idea what was going on today?
No, he didn't.
What was he expecting?
I just told him we had to come out here since the race is in town. I told him we had to swing over here to pick something up. No, I think he was pretty surprised by the whole thing.
And Robbie clearly is a big fan of cars and NASCAR.
I think we'll have to hear about it all day. Probably the next several days.
We decided we're going to trade. He's going to drive.
Awesome.
Now I'm right.
Should have worn the granny helmet if he's going to drive that slow.
Seems to be doing pretty well. Dirt Car Racing 101 from Mike Wallace to Robbie Boyd.
Man, he's got it going on. I'm going to tell you that.
How was that, Robbie Boyd?
Hey, it was good. He was a good teacher. I watched NASCAR. I don't want to eat the wall, so I said, hey, it's not my car. I don't know whose car this is, but I definitely didn't want to wreck it.
Robbie told me I get to drive the fire truck, so I'm going to get in there. Watch this.
You look like you've done a bit of that before. Have you?
Well, I mean, you know, it is down south. I mean, we do
Robbie,
cut up in the fields.
how do you start it?
If you find the keys, you can drive it.
I've heard that before.
He's looking for the keys.
Yes, yeah, I know. Found the hole.
If it's all right, I got a few things I like to give Robbie. All right, Robbie. How about a Mike Wallace racing shirt?
All right, thank you.
A die cast to you. You probably don't have one of these. It's from the Wallace Family Tribute 250 race. My brother Rusty and I and Kenny compete against each other.
Yep.
And you got all three signatures on there, which is like impossible. Wear that shirt with pride while you're driving that fire truck. I want a picture of it.
It's been a real pleasure. Take care, and I think we better let you get back to work.
Do I get to drive now?
Hey, you need to talk to the captain right there.
We got better than that. We got...
A huge thank you to our heroes, Gunnery Sergeant Tom McRea and firefighter Robbie Boyd. If you know of any heroes that deserve recognition, or a hero that actually is in need, then please let us know. Help us continue our mission of saving heroes.